What's up, boys and girls? We are live on a Monday. Wild trade deadline so far. It's definitely been fun. Interesting as we get through this here. Where does Joker end up? Rumors are saying Screwball's on the block. Curious to see. It's been one more of the fun trade deadlines I've seen in a while. Shout out to Todd Zola, who's a great season-long analyst. Had one of the best tweets I saw today that said, after Mr. Pham got traded, the team was rushing to go do their fantasy football draft before he got there. So I appreciated the humor of that tweet. Well, today is a day, right? To Skeens or to not to Skeens? That is the question. So let's start out by saying it's really simple up front for me. You're going to play him in anything 20 max and up 100%. Like, you're not going to have 100% exposure, but you're going to get him in there. So one of the things we're looking at trying to do is saying, hey, where do we think he's going to fall on single entry? And I'm torn on SE, right? He's only scored above 30 points 2 times this season. And at 10-5 today versus an Astros team that, doesn't K at a crazy rate. I don't know if he's going to make my single entry. I would definitely have a lineup in 3 max with him. This is a tough one for me. If anybody knows me, knows I love Skeens. They know our Discord is a Skeens Stan Discord. This is just game theory based for me, that on, this small a slate, it's not 12 or 13 games, the guy that's over 50%, I just want to fade. So I don't know that he's going to make my single entry today. And that's kind of where I'm at with him. If you play him, I won't fault you for it. At 10-5, I just can't get there. When I think he's going to end up closer to 60% in SE. For me, the interesting spots today really come, after that. Gilbert's got a nice matchup against Boston, but not a great park for him. I don't hate his matchup. Pavetta is the other just absolute chalk versus Seattle today. I understand we got the Mariners lineup. Again, I'm in the same spot. I don't know that I can throw, even at $8,500, I don't know that I can throw a 50% Pavetta. And I think some people go Skeens Pavetta here. I'm just willing to get a little different. Hopefully the bats can make it up. So for me, the spots I like that are different today, I like Rhea versus Atlanta. I think that's a good spot for him. He's only $6,900. And we know, listen, it's Atlanta, they could hit, but they have not been great. The last 2 weeks, they have the second highest K rate on the slate. They're not walking. They're just been, they've just not been great with what they're throwing out every day. So he helps save some salary. I don't hate Carson today versus the Cubs. I don't love him. I'm kind of indifferent. I'm not messing with Evaldi versus the Cards. My other pay down spot is just, listen, I get Marsh hasn't been great, but the Sox make everyone better, and Pham gone makes that lineup even worse. I think he's a little higher. I think Marsh a little higher owned in single entry, than what he's projected in GPP right now. Now GPP, I'm going to have some Evaldi. I'm going to have some Gilbert. I'll have some Pavetta. I'm going to mix that in. I'm not throwing SWR versus the Mets. They've just been too hot. And then my issue is, Boris broke Monty. Snell got it together. My big spot is, listen, if you really, really, really want to punt salary today, just go play, go pitch Grant Holmes, right? He's probably got a 75 pitch count limit, but he's $4,000. Like, if that's the spot, right? If you want to get interesting, you want to get unique, you want to get weird, go throw Holmes today, right? Like I actually think it's a good spot for him. I think it's a good matchup for him, and I like it there. And of course, the two lineups I want right now are the Reds and the Pirates, and we don't have either one of those, so that's really annoying me right at this second. Literally, it's the two other lineups we need. We got a weather update on that Reds game. It looks like they're going to be okay. They'll be able to get it in. It's not going to hit till later, but don't quote me on that. But that's what we're kind of seeing as far as that goes. And then, looking at umps tonight, the reason I like Carson a little bit is they got Rayburn in that game. And no one's going to pitch him because it's in Great American Small Park. Again, I'm willing to get a little weird sometimes. That's probably too weird for me. But go look at K rates, go look at projections. And those are the spots I like. And if you want to get real weird, like go Ray at Holmes, right? Like in single entry, like that'll, you're at, 11, not even 11 grand, you can get a lot of big bats real fast. If you guys go there today. So those are the spots I like. And really comes down, right? Like at 10-5, is Skeen's going to get you, and if he gets 40, he's going to break the slate. And generally in SE, I'm okay with losing on that if I'm not just like completely sold on it. So, and the thing is, if he goes out and throws a good game, say he goes out and throws, has 6 Ks, throws 6 innings, but doesn't get the win, he's really not going to make up that salary for me at that ownership. So I'm trying to win the whole thing. I'm not trying to min cash. He's going to be cash king today. So in cash games, no, like he's going to be the spot to go. So let's look at some lineups for the main slate, boys and girls. Again, we don't have the Reds lineup yet. I don't love the Cubs lineup. Nothing there really attracts me. I don't hate Wisdom if you want to go there at $3,800. I like the Reds today. Again, they're at home. Total's 9.5. Good spot. So, Ellie, anytime Ellie can steal 3 or 4 bases, we got Friedel's going to be back at the top of the lineup. Benson's going to be dirt cheap down at the bottom. So that's a spot I like today. A lot of people are going to this Sox. Seems like this Sox game here. I get because of where they are, but that's probably going to be a fade for me tonight. So let's look at some stack ownership. It's low enough. I'm okay. So I'm all right with that. So if you want to go there, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm kind of indifferent to that game. That game just doesn't really stand out to me as far as spots I want to attack. I don't hate going to the Mets. Again, the Mets they've just been on fire, right? If you want to, play that top half of that stack, the issue is they're really expensive. But Lindor, JD, Pete, they've all just kind of been on fire. So I don't hate that today. And then, I'm indifferent to the Cards, Rangers today. You can always play Seager. He's only $5,300. He gets to face a righty. So I don't hate that. I love the Pirates tonight versus Bloss. Especially the left-handed bats. Reynolds should be back. We should have Cruz. We're just waiting on a lineup. We want to see what lineup they put out, and then I'll make some adjustments. But I like that. And if you do like a full Pirate stack, I don't hate throwing Skeens in with it. It's going to get a little expensive, but I don't hate doing that and maybe getting a little unique that way. The Royals are going to be massive chalk today. Like, I just don't see how they're not versus flexing in that pin. And the reality is trying to get different because they're going to probably break this. There's a good chance they break the slate. So I definitely want some exposure there and just kind of trying to not overthink that game. And I don't want anything to do with that atrocious Sox lineup. Going down, we got Braves, again, Azuna just continues to hit well, but he's 6K. Murphy's still pretty cheap at 3,100, but I kind of like Rhea today because of that K rate. I'm not interested in the Brewers. I actually, like I said, I kind of like Holmes punting. They got enough right-handed bats in that it's worth it for me to go there today. So that's where I'm going to go. And then tonight, I don't hate going to this game. Monty's been broke. This gives you some late swap average. I like the D-back side a little bit more versus Parker. We got that lineup already. They stacked it with their, righties up top because Marteo hit right-handed. Suarez will be in play for me today. And then, Abrams only 5,400. Thomas is only 5K. Yepez is only there. Harold's cheap today, batting cleanup at 3K. So I don't hate messing with those games, but I'm going to keep this pretty condensed today for me. These are spots I like, looking at stacks. And look, we were talking about it in Discord. If you want to run some mini Seattle stacks, right? Like some, and then some mini Astro stacks. I don't blame you. I'm excited to watch Skeens throw to Jordan today, right? Because Jordan crushes sinkers. Does Skeens throw him or does he throw his splitter version at him? I'm really excited for that. But right, game theories tells you you can go run some small side stacks of those games because that's the smart thing to do. So let's enjoy the dog days of summer. Last week of July, we're almost in August. Football will be here before you know it. So let's enjoy these days of baseball, and we'll see you boys in Discord.